Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Satsang today. I'm very happy to be here. What inspires me to give this Satsang is the same which inspires you to listen, which inspires you to come online here today, which inspires you to look within, find your true nature. It is the same source, it is the same energy. And this Satsang is meeting in truth, meeting in oneness of life, which is already so, discovering the nature, the Dharma. Dharma means nature. Everything in life, you will notice, has its own Dharma. Dharma means nature. Trees have their own nature, they follow their own nature. Animals, rivers, everything follows its own nature. And it is living effortlessly, joyously, with natural wisdom, clarity, rootedness. Life has given every form, every being enough wisdom to live a joyful life. But if you don't live your nature, then you are in trouble. It is not that, it is not only that when you don't live your nature, then you are weak, then you are confused, but also you are troubled from within because you are keeping yourself away from your natural way of being, of existence, of flowing, of doing anything, of living. Not living your nature is already living in imprisonment. There is no other imprisonment in life. There is no other bondage. The only bondage is not living your nature, not living your dharma. What is your dharma? This is the search, this is the exploration which takes place, which happens in self-inquiry, in satsang, or any such activity which is in line with discovering your true nature. Discovering your true nature means discovering your dharma, knowing what is my true dharma, how, what is my true nature, so that you can live from your nature. When you are living from your nature, it is totally effortless. All the natural powers you have, But when you are keeping yourself away from your nature, from your dharma, then you are trying to be somebody else, which you are not. So all the natural powers that you have fail here in this effort because they don't match. Just try to imagine you are a man trying to live as a woman. Your body, your temperament, your instincts, everything is um, supporting you to be a man, whereas you are trying to live as a woman. What exactly will happen? First of all, none of your natural powers help. All the powers become in a way useless for you now for this new way of living. Now you have to learn different ways, new ways of being a woman, acting as a woman, moving as a woman, all these things. And when you are leaving yourself away from, when you are keeping yourself away from being a man, you are continuously suffocating, suppressing you being a man. Your manly natures. Continuously you have to suppress, and that suppression becomes imprisonment. Could you see what is the penalty of not living your dharma, not living your nature? And today, I invite all of you to explore and accept your true nature. And let us not decide already what is my true nature. Remain open. Let us explore with openness, that with the understanding and wisdom that I cannot be anything else, and I cannot be happy until I I start living from my true nature. I cannot relax. I cannot be unburdened and unburdened from the efforts, continuous efforts of trying to be something, trying to balance, trying to maintain, continuously falling short, continuously living with inferiority complex. In life, there is no comparison and there is no possibility of any inferiority or superiority complex. It is all because we don't value our true nature. We don't live from there. So I invite you uh, for this exploration that we will do together today. And now I will request all of you, if you can show your presence, who is present right now, and also if you have any questions, you are most welcome. Or if you want to share something, you are most welcome. If a friend has asked a question by email, Shashikant BV, his question is, okay, before I take the question, uh, Prajote Rajee is writing, uh, good morning, dear Rajee ji, you look so beautiful and so nice too. So nice of Tilak. Any occasions? Love you so much. No pressure, there is no occasion. I just suddenly felt like putting this tilak on the forehead. It is sandalwood tilak. For a few days, it is like this. There is no reason for it. I also love you so much. Happy to have you here. Okay. Then I come back to the question again. Uh, Shashikant has asked this question. How are emotions and feelings different? And there's a background about it that he had some little chat with a friend who said something to do, and then there was a little bit of a conflict. And at that point, I felt a deep uncomfortableness inside me, but I was not in anger. I observed that the inner chattering was very, very uncontrollable. So I tried to know what that situation was. Was it ego or something else? Shashikant, first of all, it is very, let's make this thing very clear that ego is not something solid. Ego means misunderstanding. You, the truth, you, the self, when has some misunderstanding, then it is called ego, state of ego. So ego is not something which you have to find and kill somewhere. Ego means not seeing truth as it is. Absence of ego means seeing things as they are, which also means presence of self. Self is always present, but because we are not living from there, it is as good as not present. So first of all, whenever there is any misunderstanding, any confusion that you have, not you're not clear about yourself, then there is the state of ego. And then whatever we see is confusing. We are not able to see things as they are. Because until you know your dharma, until you know your true nature, you cannot know the dharma of anything else. You cannot know the nature, true nature of anything else. And until you know the nature of things, how you can judge, how you can project, how you can think about them, decide what is right and what is wrong. My suggestion is don't spend time in solving these domestic problems. Don't try to apply your meditation in your outside world. Rather, try to be clear about who you are. And once you are clear about this, the natural flow of your wisdom, of your love and light from within starts flowing through the mind and everything else. And there is light in everything. There is clarity in the seeing that you have, the decisions that you take, the life that you live. If you want, we can keep categorizing everything, emotions and feelings, gross feelings and subtle feelings, negative emotions and positive emotions, persistent emotions and passing emotions. There is no limit to this kind of detailing. Rather than focusing on what you are experiencing, focus on yourself. Try to find out your true nature and live from there. And you would not need to ask any question from anybody. This is my invitation to you. But if you are not able to live from your nature, if you are not able to discover, you don't find enough interest in knowing yourself right now, then I would say whatever you experience, whenever there is a confusion you have, stay, don't move, stay there for some time, and you may have some clarity. Try to stay in neutrality as much as you can. First of all, don't try to escape any experience that you are in, and try to stay in neutrality if you can. Your very presence, actually, when you stop rejecting this experience, will bring light and clarity also. But when we are suffering from a experience, it is mainly because of our belief that it is something wrong. That is based on the belief I have about myself. So ultimately, you will have to be clear about who you are before the problems of your life, the suffering, disappears forever. So this is my answer for you, Shashikant. Okay. Jamie is saying, good morning, Raji. Good morning, Jamie. It's very nice to be able to able with you this morning. Uh, very nice. There is a natural flow from this heart of the universe to the heart of the listener. When there is openness, when there is a receptivity for truth, when you are interested in truth, truth is delivered to you. True knowledge is delivered to you. But before the true knowledge is delivered, the false knowledge is removed. Along with that false knowledge, all this sense of my story, myself, also starts fading out. And most of the people are not ready to pay that cost. And that's why they go back into the mind and live there. I read somewhere somebody said that everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to pay the cost for it. First of all, the uh, cost to go to heaven is you have to die. That is the first cost. But in discovering this heaven on earth within yourself and without, you don't really have to die. You have to let go of confusion so that the natural clarity can come, uh, start coming out from within. The light of natural clarity can start functioning. You can start working, living from there. But we have had so much investments in our life that we have lived from confusions that now even letting go of the confusion looks like a cost, looks like a penalty, like a something I'm going to lose. And rather than trying to lose anything or force yourself to leave anything, just look. Anything, any sense of loss that you have during this discovery of yourself, you don't try to convince yourself that no, no, it's okay to lose. Rather, you check, do you really have it? So don't try to convince yourself that, okay, it is the cost I have to pay to discover myself. No. You check, do you really have it? Anything do you feel you are losing, do you really have in the first place? And then it will become clear to you, it's just an idea, you don't have it. Many people are trying to live from the non-doer state, that I am not a doer. But how would it happen without understanding? Rather than living from the state that I am not a doer, check where is a doer in any action that you do. Is there any doer anywhere? And check and be sure and be clear about it. Then you will not have to live from any idea or imagination. You naturally know, clearly know, deeply from your deep within you. It's clear that yes, this is how it is. Okay. Zina is saying, "Good morning, Rajee. Morning, Zina. Thank you for sharing. Much love, Zina. Thank you, Zina, for receiving this love. If there is no recipient, no sharing, then the Buddhas will share with the trees their love and light, with rivers and other things. Human uh, being, you can say, the human expression of life is quite complex. It required also to be complex like this, so it's not a mistake. But now, because of that, it's not easy for a human to convince for anything. That's why life convinces you by suffering, by pain, by disturbances. These disturbances are not to disturb you really. These disturbances are to show you the boundary, to show you your limits of the way you are living. So the way you live has certain limitations. You are not totally free to do whatever you want to do. And then you suddenly become interested in something which is outside of these limitations, this imprisonment of suffering, of suffocation. It's very strange that we don't see things in this way. Thank you, Gina. Jamie is saying, thank you, Raji. Your presence and the satsang is a great support for trying to be open, let go. Yes, it is. Because this Raji is living from there. So whatever Raji is speaking in satsang is coming from this place of openness. So it is the presence of truth in this body, which is using the mind and this body to express things. You are also this presence, and you sense it when you are open. And it is what this is what actually works. Words are merely a excuse to connect or keep going, so that mind don't get confused or don't get bored or don't interfere. That we are not doing anything. All the significant knowledge, all the deep understandings are shared in silence when two beings are ready to communicate. Yes, it is true. Presence helps more than the words. One of my friend says that teacher is the teaching. But I'm very happy uh, to to con- to communicate with you like this. I feel so much joy because I know you are also what I am. You just don't know this yet. And as you are opening up, I can sense that yes, you are touching yourself now in these days. And it is like a miracle actually that I'm witnessing. Because knowing yourself is like putting all your efforts in your own case, and then the grace of the Guru helps. So it's something very different. You don't really have time, comfort level to observe what is happening. Now, friends like you are giving me chance to observe what's happening step by step. I'm a witness in every step, every process, every progress of it, and I see how exactly it is happening. And there is so much joy in witnessing this sophistication of life. There is nothing else except life, and yet there is so much detailing in everything. Apparently, I am Raji and you are Jamie. You need help, and I am helping. And beyond that, you're just one truth. Not beyond like that, but you can say and the reality of this conversation is just oneness. And apparently, uh, we are separate and talking. So amazingly beautiful. There cannot be any rejection for any expression of life, for duality. When one becomes clear about what is non-duality. Non-duality is not some kind of concept that is against anything else. Non-duality is the deepest understanding of truth, the nature of truth, what, how it is. In Hindi, the word for non-duality is Advait, which means not two. It simply means this, that not two. And what that is not two is undefined, undefinable. You know it, you live it, you cannot say anything about it. And this is our natural truth present right here. But I'm so happy, Jamie, to connect with you like this. Because any spiritual teacher, any awakened being is not a dead being. For me, awakening means your first step in the truth with open eyes. Awakened being means you don't know anything, but you are awake now. Before you did not know anything anyway, and were sleeping and imagining. Now you are not imagining. Now you are not sleeping. Now you are awake. Then life is here. The life, the truth of life is here, and you are exploring it like a child, with the innocence of a child in your heart, and the maturity of a awakened being in your mind, in your being. Now you will not fall back into the mind. Now you understand what you are seeing. This innocence is beyond mind, not below the mind. It's not immaturity that provokes you to live an innocent life. It is utter height of the maturity, which says that living innocently is living with clarity, with open eyes. Trying to be smart is just trying to waste your time. So you are just trying to live a optimal life. So you choose not to waste your time in strategies and things like this. And also, if you are not living from innocence, you are mixing uh, the sand of your knowledge with mm, your papaya salad, and you will spoil the papaya salad totally, papaya fruit salad, and also you will waste this sand. This sand is useful, but this is not the place for this sand to be used here. This is useful to make buildings. Use this sand for making buildings. Use this mental knowledge for planning and research and other things where it is applicable and useful, but not knowing the truth of life, but not uh, for looking for mixing when you're looking at it, looking at the life, living. It's not required. So this is a very deep understanding which takes place as we go deeper. But very few uh, understand this. Still very few, rare being understand the value of living from truth, from innocence, from clarity. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, there seems to be no question today and no questioner also. Then let us do our meditation. I invite all of you to come here in this moment, and I know very well you cannot be anywhere else. So this moment, this here, this now, is not something which you can leave actually, but you can imagine, and you can get so busy in your imagination, in your thinking, that you stop tasting what is present here. So I'm inviting you to come out of your imagination, come out of your mind, come out of anything, disengage yourself from anything which is not present here right now. And then you don't have to find where how to reach in this moment. You are already in this moment. You are already here. You don't have to do any effort to be here. You have to stop your efforts which are going in the mind, in the imagination, in the memory. You are here. I invite you to be here. Then you can see so many things. without effort. The only thing you have to reject in this moment is your engagement with mind. Mind means anything which is not present here and you thinking about it. So any thinking about, you can never think about anything which is present here. Why you need to think about anything? You will just experience it directly. So you are thinking about something which is not present here. That you have to just take care right now. Just gently. Don't try to be aggressive. Just gently withdraw yourself, your focus, and choose consciously to be here. Don't try to fight with your mind. Don't try to uh, quiet your mind. Don't try to make your mind silent. Don't try to remove your thoughts or anything else. Just disengage. Meaning, consciously decide that I'm here. And it doesn't make any sense that when I'm here and when I have chosen to be just here, enjoying what is here right now, doesn't make sense that if I still keep thinking about what happened before this time and what will happen after this. So you have consciously decided or deciding to be here. This is what I mean to be here. And now when you are here, if you have any feedback, any question or anything, let's ask a question from here. This here, this now is not really part of the time. It looks like part of the time because we are continuously moving in the realm of time and now we are stopping. So when you are stopping and still you have this sense of time, you will have to define this moment in some way. So we define it as this moment and we define it as present moment. It's not really part of time. It is one layer crossing another, one dimension of life crossing the other dimension, vertical dimension of life. I don't have any rejection about time as long as you enjoy it, as long as you understand what is it. There are no objections actually, there are no rejections about anything. So there is nothing that we have to reject or accept. We just have to see everything as it is. And this is possible by if you choose to be here. Then you gradually will start seeing things as they are, whatever it is. You are not deciding. So don't come here with any ideas, with any preparation that okay, so when I am in this moment, when I am in present, I will get this and this and this. No. You come in this present moment, in this place, beyond place, just to enjoy it, to discover what exactly is here. So enjoy it totally. Don't convert it into some spiritual practice. You know, let us give your seeking and spiritual journey a rest for some time. Let's be together here for no other reason. I am alive. You are also alive. So let's be here. Many people, when they are together, they have party, they have chit chat, discussions. We are having a silent communication. We are enjoying our silence together. Same thing. But in this silence, in this being here consciously, you will discover many things naturally, effortlessly. But don't try to know anything here. Because trying to know comes from the mind. Trying to define comes from the mind. Just be here. We are here enjoying. I am online on Facebook also. If anybody has any questions and you are not able to write questions in this Google Hangout question window, you can send me a private message on Facebook also. I'm online there. I can pick your question from there or anything you want to share with me in this moment. Today it seems like there are no questions. Then probably I would like to end this session because I am here for you. I don't have any personal impulse to share anything. So if any one of you want me to continue, please let me know, or we will finish this session in next 5 minutes. And Jamie is saying, thank you, Raji. It's very beautiful to share this open, enormous space of now with you. You got it very right, Jamie. Yes, it is enormous space. Where I am here, you are also here, and yet this space remains intact, undefined, and beautiful. It's so amazing to be in this space, which is made of this material called joy. It is the ocean of joy, which brings light, love, wisdom, intelligence, creativity. Everything that you can see comes from this space that we are enjoying together. It's so amazing. Thank you for being here like this. Prajot is saying, Raji, in your presence there is bliss is flowing in my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, beloved, for receiving, for sharing, for being here. Because maybe you don't know, but I know. Me and you are same. Me and you are one. I am on both the sides of the screen of this conversation. Or you are on both the sides. Same thing. Very, very, very happy. This is probably the best gift anybody can give and receive. Everything else uh, comes and goes, but this stays and grows when it is received in the heart. The way you are receiving, I'm so happy to meet you, Rajat, like this. Okay, there are some. Um, Avnish ji is saying we are waiting. Waiting for what? Suki is saying, Morning Raji, thank you for the present moment meditation. Lots of love, Suki. I also love you, Suki. It's very happy to connect with all of you like this. Because it is a jacuzzi of the self, of the truth, where we are enjoying together. Why we need to have some reason to enjoy together like this in this moment. We can just enjoy purposelessly. There is no reason. There is no reason to try to understand anything. We are just here and enjoying together. Very happy, Suki. Avnesh is saying, I'm waiting. We are waiting. What do you mean by waiting? You must be having some problem somewhere. You must change something, your system or something. Because it is working for most of the friends without any problems. Truth is present in this moment, and truth is not something which you can just snatch, jump in, snatch, and run away. Whatever tries to come in and snatch something and disappear is not you. What you are tasting here is you. You are this truth. You are not this tendency or desire to know and snatch or get. This is not you. This is something happening in you. Remember this. You are not this space which you are enjoying right now. You are this space which you are enjoying right now, not the one who is enjoying. Or you are both actually. You are the one who is enjoying the space and you are the space also. Ah, okay. Avnesh ji is saying that we are here, we are watching. Very nice. Uh, Bhai ji, brother, and Manu, happy to connect with both of you. Rohini is asking, dear master, how to stay in the self while talking to others and activities that requires thinking. I would say this is not the right approach to apply your understanding in life yet. Rather than uh, you let your life flow as it was flowing before, you conserve all your energy, use it in your time when you meditate, when you sit and investigate and live your inner reality. That will make it more permanent, will give it enough space to incubate, to evolve. And once it evolves, it is naturally starts overflowing in all your actions, in all the situations, in everything. And nobody has to cultivate yourself. You don't have to practice, train yourself for being centered and being stable in the situations, in the actions. Rather, there is something in us, this sense of separation, which tries to escape, remains separate from everything else, from our actions. When we are doing actions, we remain separate. So I am the doer, and this is the action, this is the doing. This very model creates problem. Whereas in natural state, you don't really have any sense of a separate doer. So the doing is total. All your energy is in the doing without any sense of trying to achieve any perfection or anything. There is no separate entity in any doing. In naturally, in the life, it's like this. So my invitation, Rohini, for you is that discover yourself. So pay attention more to these things, and in rest of the situation in normal life, you live the way you used to live. Don't don't yet try to achieve perfection. Let it be the way it was. Accept and that you will make mistakes because these things have eaten decades of many people. I have observed they're trying to improve their behavior, their character. It's like mm, trying to improve the leaves, flowers, and branches of a tree without touching the roots. However hard you try, the very nature of the tree will show up itself. So whatever you do, it will change. It will not be permanent. My invitation is get your hands in onto something permanent yourself. If at all you have to really do something about mm, the situations when you are talking to somebody or doing some activities where thinking is required, then be more present. This is what I would say you do, and that will help you stay in the self. So staying in the present will help you staying in the self. Don't do anything else. This is what can help. So wherever you find yourself to be, just stay there as much as you can, as total as you can be there. So I'm talking to you, then I'm just here. Okay. At the same time, you may feel some impulse to go to the memory or to the projection, thinking that what is going to happen next and what about my next meeting. It will be like this. So maybe you can allow one stream of energy to follow your timers about the next events, and rest of your energy can rest here in the present activity. Maybe you can do like that. I hope, Rohini, I answered your question. Okay. Zina is saying, Rajee ji, can we do a guided looking together? Okay. It's a nice, noble idea. Guided looking. For me, looking is something very vast. So if you want some specific type of practice you want to focus right now, you must tell me. Otherwise, I will go in my way. Okay. Then let us spend this remaining time in this guided looking. Let's say, let's look together what is present here right now. And I don't say that you try to accept everything. I say don't accept anything, don't reject anything. We probably need to give enough space in this moment for our deeper seeing or deeper looking to get activated, because the way the only way we know of looking is through the mind, through thinking. And when it is said that you just hear and trying to see, look what is present here, mind gets activated. it tries to understand. I would say let it be there, let it continue trying to understand, and you stay here looking, just looking. You are not seeing a particular thing, you are not looking for anything. Remember this. You are not looking for anything, you are just looking. You are here and looking. And I tell you, it is possible. And just remember, when you were a child, or you see a child, let's say, when child is not doing anything, he's just sitting, his eyes are open, and he's just looking. Especially small kids, small child, they are not thinking or imagining many times. They're just present and looking, not looking something, not looking for something, just looking. You be here like this. You are here, just looking. You are noticing right now that looking is happening. Nobody is doing this looking. Looking is like light, sunlight, present. Whether there are any objects to be seen in the sunlight or not, it is still there. Looking is like this. This looking, this seeing is present when there are things which you see within, and also when there is nothing to be seen. It is your very nature. And this light of yourself has no objection with anything moving in it, with anything seen in it. It is not partial for any experience, any object moving in it. It is neutral for everything that is happening in it, that is seen under this light. This is the light of yourself. This light is yourself. There is no entity behind this light which is holding it. This light is the entity. This light is the source, and you are it. Whenever we are doing any practice, including this practice right now, mind tries to think how to use it when I come out of this. What will happen when it is finished? Don't pay any attention to it. Let us enjoy it right now. We will find the uses of it later on. We will define the uses of it later on. Let us drink this light, eternal light. Let your whole existence, let your body and mind and every fiber of your existence here in this body, let it let it be enlightened by this light which is here right now. Everything else can wait. You take a complete shower in this light. You dive into this light. You swim and float in this light. And slowly you will merge totally into this light. This is yourself. This is your own self. This is your very nature. You are just discovering it right now. This is not something new that you have found separate from yourself. This thing will never go away. This light always remains in your heart. You may choose to go into the mind and get busy there, and then you may experience that you have lost contact with this light. But this light is always here. It is your attention which has moved. Nothing wrong in that. As long as you remember that this light is always here in your heart, this truth is always present in your heart. Whenever you choose to stay, enjoy yourself, then you can just dive into your heart by disengaging yourself from everything else. Truth has to be encountered. You don't have to work upon truth. You cannot. And the more you encounter truth, the easier it is for you to live from here. And mind also disappears, dissolves slowly, slowly. Disappearance of the mind is not something that you can do on your own. You can discover the truth, and mind naturally will disappear. Don't try to remove darkness. Discover the light within. And once you start living from the light, from this light of your heart, it does not know any darkness. You will not have to remove anything. You will not have to solve any problems. Nisargadatta Maharaj has said, those who live on earth see day and night. Those who live with the sun never meet darkness. Your body, your sense of being separate, is the earth which will witness good and bad, happiness and sadness, duality. You are yourself is the sun. This light that you are living right now is the sun that you are. When you are living here, in this light, with this light, as this light, there is no darkness for you anywhere. Rather, there is joy of exploration, whatever you have not known so far. So you move freely, like a child exploring the whole life. Where is any problem? The problem is with the attached to the demand that you have, demand to remove your darkness before you can bring the light in. That is impossible. Also, uh, getting in touch with your light is much easier. It is always here, and there is a natural impulse you have for it. There is a natural inclination you have for it. Just that you have to understand that doing does not help here. Being in this moment helps. Doing will not help. You cannot force yourself to go into this light. You means the mind, the ego. Rather, you can choose to stay here in this moment, and this light of your heart starts revealing itself naturally, overpowering the ego and mind naturally. And you can do that. I know this. So whenever you feel, you can just stay like that. Okay. Rohini is saying, yes, Master, it was very clear. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rohini. Okay. Any last question anybody has? We are approaching end of this session. You know, in India, there was a tradition that when you give any gift offering to a priest or somebody, you will give this gift and you will thank also, thank you. You will say that thank you for accepting it. I also feel like this. I want to give everybody this gift of light and love and wisdom, and at the same time, I want to thank you that you receive this gift. Thank you so much. You don't owe anything to me. I owe you something. That you have received my love. You have accepted my love. Thank you. Okay, then let us meet tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.